I knew he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
What's up, guys? Rico Capital back again for another video, and today we're gonna go over the RicoCap Trend Bot. Now, this is a bot I just coded and created and went live or beta tested this week with all the members before I go live with it this Sunday. And so what I want to go over is, if you're seeing this, you're probably a member and you're kind of wondering how we can use this and how I use this for the week, and went 4 for 4 on each trade because tomorrow's a holiday, so we won't be trading tomorrow, but 4 for 4 and killed it. So let's go over it. First thing I want to do is kind of show you guys this as well. In the RicoCap Trend Bot channel, you'll see it right here. We will get these alerts. They will be firing off. Now, there's 3 separate kind of alerts we're gonna get, right? One of them will be to slam. So it'll be an entry of calls or puts, whatever it is. It's gonna say slam calls or slam puts. What slam to me means buy. So usually when it says slam calls, that means no fear, no hesitation, slam that call or slam that put, knowing you are going to bank at the end of this trade. So you're going to get an alert of buy, right? So right now it's only focused on buying, getting you in the position, right? So the second kind of alert you're going to get is a calls update. So it's going to pretty much update you along the way, right? Say you slam those QQ calls, and say you slam them and you're still kind of holding them. It'll give you an update every 30 minutes saying price is at right here. The trend is still long, and of course, we're bullish above 547 right here. So the price is at 550. We're up pretty significantly. The trend is still bullish. No need to sell the calls if you're holding longer dates or a few days out. Let it ride. And so we will get these updates with that as well. The other one that we will get is, like I said, slam puts. We will see that as well when things go short. So it will tell you short here, price is at this. And as long as we stay below this level, right, then the puts will work. Sometimes, and I coded this in here, this update, where, it's possible that we do slam puts or slam calls and the trade's not working immediately and it's kind of just bouncing around, or it's kind of just going sideways, and you want to know, okay, we're pulling down a little bit, are we still safe for the calls? And yes, that is the whole point of this, getting the update right there. It is based off my zones, so even though we dipped into this demand and we would have been down on calls, it would have told you update, it is still bullish, hold on tight. And then we ran to high of day, making new highs of day. What was that? On Wednesday. So even better, knowing to hold the calls, demand buyers are here, hold tight. You would have banked off the calls. So let's get into it. Let's get into Thursday's kind of alerts and how we played that as well. So Thursday's alerts, we got, and I'm gonna go SPY first, then QQ. Thursday's alerts were really good. SPY, we slammed calls at open. Knowing that, the prior day on Wednesday, calls were still working. We never got another alert saying, downside. Now, the reason why I want to go over, these days, because it was very interesting looking at QQ that same day. We actually were very weak on Q and kind of pulled back. It did fire off a alert for puts for QQQ and that you could have made money on. Now, it kind of ignored that and kind of just stuck with playing SPY calls, which it did alert for that. And I knew the overall trend was up, but tech was just very kind of weak at that moment. So we did play calls, right at open, and got a really good gain off that, just straight push right there. And we, of course, bought more into demand and held, and that's what really helped going into, close and things like that. Now, the reason why I want to go over yesterday's plays is this, and let's kind of go over how we capitalize that as well. So yesterday at open, we're gonna see this right at open. We saw this SPY calls update, and then puts update. Now yesterday, like I said, QQQ did fire off a put signal down here as we lost the zone, and you would have made money. Now it was still on a bearish downtrend, and you can see that going into Thursday's kind of open. You can see right there it needed to make up some ground in order for this to be bullish. Now I did see that we did hold pre-market lows there, and that's why I knew this was still very bullish, because we held pre-market lows. We did not go lower, and it started pushing up into market open. At the same time, SPY, on this day, we already opened up above demand, which was that 616.39. We're looking at the alerts now. And so it says SPY calls update. We are still long on SPY. Price is at 617. As long as we stay above 616 demand, we're all good. And we absolutely stayed above it, where we opened up, right here, which, right at open, we dipped a little bit, and that's where we slammed the calls, but we dipped down to 616, the low is 616.61. So with that being said, that was higher than 616.48. And we bought calls and we rode it all the way up beautifully. And that was our first play of the day. We banked off that. Team knows we banked off that. For this update, it was saying, QQ puts could work, but as long as we stay below 548. Now, we saw the market kind of pushing up. QQ absolutely kind of ripped around 546, 547, and it was close to that 548. You gotta, at this point, understand, we're pushing up here, so let me not take puts, right? This was just an update on puts. If you're holding, you would still be up if you took the actual alert. But maybe stops above buy, control your position. Looks like we're gonna start pushing up. So then after we slammed those SPY calls, we kept looking. We always get an alert right at market open to give you that update, and that's what that is. SPY calls are working, and then we see, an hour later, we get the slam SPY QQ calls, as we crossed over, that 548 level. This is where I absolutely slammed QQ calls. So we're already banking off SPY calls. I turned around with the team on live, slammed the Q calls once this finally broke out, and it gave us that massive move up there. Now, this alert right here, price was at 549.53, and it's saying above, bullish above 546, which is that demand down here. So, this alerted us in here right as this break, and we, kept it pushing. And as you can see, going into tomorrow, how much it ran all the way to 557, it alerted at 549. So almost a $10 move in just that area. So we caught those QQ calls, of course, and ran it up. And of course, it just kept giving us updates that things were all good. Now, how we could have capitalized off that today as a fresh signal. So looking at QQ calls, we held above that 550 level. We conquered this demand, this supply turning demand. Now we opened up above it. Now the bot did alert us, as pre-market opened up after hours, and it's going to give you that after hours update, and it tells you right there. This was alerted at 4 in the morning, so when market fluctuated, right, we see that gap up right there. This is just after hours stuff. So basically, and you can see market strong, we gapped up higher. That's what the bot caught. The bot alerted us that, all right, new position, slam more calls on both SPY and QQ. And so I did code an update right at open. Every open, we're going to get an update, and it's saying long SPY, long QQ, price is at 553, SPY is at 622, as long as we stay above 620, as long as we stay above 550. And we can see that with QQ, we opened up way above 550, we opened up above the 552 level. You slam calls right at open, you are banking. We ran to 557, so of course, that was what it was saying. Don't hesitate, any dip, buy it. As long as we stayed above this zone, which was that 550 zone, right down here, and we were well above that, well above it. So all calls could have worked, and that's how I'm reading it, guys. Even if we still got a dip, you could have been buying that dip because we're opening above the zone, and it's telling us it is all good. Just buy the dip, you'll be all right. Even if you didn't buy the dip, buy it at any point, sit back, you'll be all right. Let's go take a look at SPY. Same thing. I mean, You know, SPY ran, you know, we opened up above 620, and if we look at the alert, it told us, you know, 620, it was at 620, bullish above 619, and then same thing, gave us an update, prices at 622, right at open, bullish above 620 right there. And yeah, I mean, we could have dipped all the way back down to 616, to be honest, but ideally 619, 620 for us to really capitalize off calls. You know, it opened up and just ripped to 626. So, you know, a good $3 to $6 move right there. You're banking off calls. Gave us all our updates, you know, throughout the day, but we're already, you know, we banked off calls, absolutely ran it with NVIDIA, QQ, and SPY as we're at new all-time highs. So this is pretty awesome for us. The bot simplifies the zones for us. Just, it's my strategy. And instead of me explaining it or trying to help, you know, everyone as best as I can, you know, this is a good tool for traders to use, you know, to take less thinking out and just, you know, no thoughts, take the positions with me, knowing that, you know, this is on our side and this is a powerful tool. So if you're seeing this video and you're a member, you are on the forefront of a very powerful tool here that is absolutely going to be, you know, letting us win nonstop. And let's go look at some of the members gains, right? I gave an update here. I'm up in the past 3-4 days that I've been testing this bot. I only took only trades from SPY and QQ that the bot alerted. You know, I either went SPY or went Q. Either way, 4 trades out of 4 days, I'm up $1,200. You know, and that's small size. I'm only taking a few contracts, with, you know, today being a little bit larger with the play I went with. But, you know, with this, I'm only taking, you know, 5 to 10 contracts, 1 to 5, you know, when I first Monday or Tuesday, 1 to 5 contracts. Absolutely banger. And I cannot wait to size up on this and go crazy. But, you know, members have been killing it. You know, look at that. Started with 180 last week. I mean, now at 720, you know, very, very nice. I'm updating my small account, my big account. I mean, it was a really good week for us. And last week was too. And every week has been. Now that we have this on our side, man, this is going to be an absolute crazy game changer for us and how we move forward with winning with the team. So if you're seeing this, hopefully this kind of shed a little bit more light on how to use the bot. And I will kind of keep making videos to help you guys out, but I wanted to give this first introduction on what the bot is, the alerts we're going to see, and how we use them. So pretty awesome stuff here. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. I'm going to keep making more videos for you guys. I appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.